school supplies out to the elementary children in our Clinton County.
Yeah, well, thanks, brother. Yeah, it's between 3,000 and 3,500 students across 12 elementary schools, and we still have a couple things we have to get out based on some supply line issues. But yeah, we delivered everything last Monday, so it's been quite the undertaking.
I would imagine so. Talk a little bit about that process. I mean, you gather the school supplies, you then have to sort the school supplies, and then you have to deliver the school supplies.
Yeah, so, we collect school supplies all throughout the summer. And it's not just us, it's all the different other supply drives that are happening across the county. DeWitt Referral is a huge partner with us, and like different churches, and so it's not just like us, it's everybody else. But we collect all the supplies. We keep a count on all the supplies as they come in, so we have everything organized on the I call it on the floor of the United Way, and they don't come into our office unless they're counted, and so we have a count on all of our supplies. But it's really about the second week of August that the schools know, for the most part, how many kids they have. So we're collecting school supplies for weeks before we know what our real goal is, and then we get a couple days to try to shore up our supplies, and then we sort everything into classroom. So each, like Mrs. Smith's 4th grade class has boxes of supplies, and then so it's there's so many moving pieces. So you're talking tons and tons of volunteers that come and help sort, and then we have tons of volunteers that help get them out to the classrooms.
That is amazing, yeah. And I'm sure the children appreciate what you do. Do you ever get to?
I don't know about the kids. I know that we've gotten a lot of remarks from parents that are, that are like, and it's one thing to say like, oh well, school supplies, that's maybe like a nominal cost. Well, you're looking at least $50, at least $50. So if you're a parent, even if you can afford school supplies, it doesn't mean that you should be buying school supplies. Where you could be making sure that your kid gets a new haircut or a pair of shoes or new clothes or whatever the case is as they're going into school. And so to be able to take that just small bit off of a parent's back going into school is and also not every kid brings school supplies, so a lot of times that falls back on the teacher. And we just want to make sure that every kid is able to start the year with what they need.
And very good. Again, Andy Green of the United Way. So what's going on with the United Way right now, Andy?
Brother, we just kicked off our campaign. We're looking to raise $300,000. That goes right back into our community. And so this is the time of year where we're reaching out to businesses and setting up, them getting pledge cards and being able to, do workplace campaigns. So that's, happening throughout. Oh, well, we'll be doing our campaign until, hopefully we can hit 300,000 by March. But we'll be doing our campaign for a while, but this is really the ample time to get businesses going with their workplace campaigns.
So how does the breakdown go with the board of directors and then, of course, the various organizations that you need to contact?
Yeah, so, our board is very active with our campaign, and we also have volunteers that are that focus on the campaign. Ethan Berg with Lyondell runs our campaign. He's doing a fantastic job. He's coming up with different ways to look at things that, I wouldn't come up with and stuff. So he's been doing it fantastic. So then every member that work on our campaign gets like 5 businesses to start with as a touch point. And then when they're done with those, they hopefully get more. And, and then it's kind of chipping away at that iceberg there.
So you've already, from the last campaign, you've already given the money away to the various agencies that you do support?
Well, we've already promised that money out. Mm-hmm. So we start giving that money away in December.
Okay.
So all of those agencies received a letter saying how much that they would be receiving. They get 4 payments. So actually, September 15th, we're actually paying out our last one from the 2023 campaign. Okay. Yeah, so it's we tried. But they get 4 payments across the year.
Okay.
And so this funding will go towards the campaign or the next spring's CRC process, and then that money starts going out in December of next year. So trying to keep track of that in my brain is very challenging, so I hope that you're paying attention.
So how often do you get together with your board?
We get together once a month.
Okay.
Yeah, and what we've done now is we start our board meetings with the campaign update. And so our board is very in tune with our campaign and active with it, because we, just nonprofits, since the pandemic, nonprofits in general have their across the board. It's not just us or anybody. The funding has been going down, and the need has gone up considerably. It's not just that the need is going up; like the need has skyrocketed, and so we have to get a handle on that. We have to figure out, I mean, as our community, people need help, and we need to be able to get people that help, and so. We're always looking at how we can raise more money. I'm a big believer in, doing things over the entire year. So, like, if you were to ask me for $180 today, like, I could probably give you $180. I probably shouldn't give you $180, right? Like, but if you were to ask me for $15, I'd be like, yeah, I'll give you $15, And so if you did $15 over 12 months, that's $180. Mm-hmm. And so if you think of it as, I can give $15 or $20 to the United Way each month, that becomes a much more, that little bite of the elephant kind of thing. And it becomes a much more manageable thing for people over the year. So I really want people to think, what can I do over the course of a year to give back to my community? And that's going to chip that along, so people don't have to think like, oh, I can't give you $100 today, So yeah.
So now I know you do fundraising events as well. The Forks and Pork.
Forks and Pork.
Is that coming up?
Yeah, October 11th.
Okay.
And that is an event where we'll have you can order lunches in. So if you're like it's a Friday, So if you're a business and you want to get lunch for your workers, or if a group of workers wants to come together and get lunch, we'll deliver to your business. And then also we'll be at the Clysar Pavilion, right. And we'll have lunch there. So if you wanted to come out and eat at the Clysar Pavilion, we'll have lunch there. Now that we're talking, I don't remember how much it is. I don't remember how much we said it is for a meal. But we will have lots of information coming out about Forks and Pork in the coming weeks, because really as we get into September, it's time to start.
And we'll have you back in again on September 18th to talk more about that. Just any idea? I know this has got to be your biggest fundraiser.
Yeah.
How much money that does bring into the United Way?
It brings in, between $10,000 and $12,000, and that's like a net, right? So there's a cost on how much you put on an event, and so
that's substantial. That's pretty good.
Yeah, especially for like our community. I mean, this is a big fundraiser for us. Yeah,
very good. People want to find out more about the United Way, Andy. How can they do that?
Yes, you can reach out to me at director at ClintonUnitedWay.org, or my number is 563-242-1209. And Gary, before I take off, at 3:45 this morning, we welcomed my new niece, Kendall Worley, and so it's just been an exciting morning. I can't wait to go up and meet her.
Up in Dubuque, right?
Up in Dubuque.
All right, very congratulations, Uncle.
Thanks, brother.
Love it. Embrace it. Right now, the Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
Sam Howell or Trace McSorley was starting instead of Jaden Daniels, I'd go, probably not. But you have rookies. We may have 4 rookies starting. Bo Nix is starting in Denver. You're going to have Jaden Daniels. You're going to have Caleb Love. And maybe you're going to have Drake May. Caleb Williams. Who did I say? Caleb.
A hybrid of the Packer